Okay, guys, so I have a mobility aid update. So, for those of you who are not aware or haven't followed my kind of physical rehabilitation journey on my channel, you may not know that in October of 2024, I had multiple seizures lasting over 8 minutes and was paralyzed on my right side. I was originally a full-time wheelchair user. Recently, like a couple of months ago, I was able to progress in my mobility aid. So I am no longer a full-time wheelchair user. And now I am planning to do this video so that I can tell you guys the progression. So after I was full-time wheelchair user, I then was able to transition out of the wheelchair and into or using, not really into, but using from the wheelchair, I was able to use a rollator walker, which is basically a walker that is four-wheeled and has a seat on it. So I still use that walker if I'm going someplace that requires a lot of walking, long distances, things like that. Sometimes I bring it to like Walmart with me. Other times I don't. I use the new mobility aid. Other times I just rely on the shopping cart at Walmart because I can bring it from the car through the store and things like that. And it helps me balance. So it just kind of depends on the day that I'm having and how I feel and things like that. But now I have this new piece of mobility equipment. This is the brand. It is Rehand. I got it off of Amazon, but I wanted to show you guys. And if you guys didn't know, my favorite color is purple, and so my rollator walker is also purple. I had purple silicone covers on my push rims for my wheelchair, and look at this, you guys. My cane is also purple, and I chose to go with not the quad cane, but with this single tip, however you want to put that. I can't think of the word that I'm trying to say, but it is kind of bigger than normal, and it does have some pretty good, oh my gosh, I am totally blanking today, I apologize, but it does have pretty good traction on the bottom. So it is larger, and I chose that on purpose, but it also is collapsible, which I like because you can then put it in the bag. This is not sponsored, by the way. I just wanted to share with you guys my mobility aid progression. I do also like the handle that it has, and it has a little wristlet-like thing. You can put it over your wrist and hold on to it, but this is actually, I like the collapsibility aspect of it because you don't always want to have the cane like out like this, extended, but I like how you can just, it snaps together very easily. It actually is at the right height for me straight out of the bag, so I was very happy about that. So I think that I tried progressing to the cane maybe a little bit earlier than my physical therapist wanted me to, but I honestly felt like I wasn't doing too bad. I can do it pretty confidently, I feel like. I think that's the right word that I want to say, but honestly, I just like how this is, and then it has the little like Velcro type piece where once you collapse it, you can just put that around it to keep it all organized and together before you put it back in the bag. Sorry. So you just put it around and it sticks like that. And I do kind of want to bring this to physical therapy tomorrow just because I feel like I've made a lot of progression. They still want me to use the rollator walker when I am moving around the house just because they feel like it's the safest thing for me. And I'm not going to lie, there have been a lot of times where I don't use a mobility aid around the house and I have fallen, and not a good idea. If your physical therapist tells you to use a mobility aid, use a stupid mobility aid. And I don't want to say stupid, because if you need a mobility aid, use it, please. That's what it's there for. And your physical therapist, if you are seeing one, they are going to recommend things that they feel are good for you, and they have your best interest in mind. So please listen to your physical therapist. Don't be like me and just do what you want to do because you feel like you know what's best for you. I know that that's hard advice to take into consideration, but I just wanted to show you guys my new mobility aid. So I felt like this, like I said, this tip would be better for me because it is bigger than some cane tips. And I chose that because I do plan to be outside this summer. I plan to be hiking and going to see some waterfalls across the state of Michigan. So the state of Michigan is where I live. I live in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and that is my goal this summer, is to go see some waterfalls and take some pictures of waterfalls, because I haven't been to a lot of the waterfalls in the Upper Peninsula or even the Lower Peninsula, and I love waterfalls. So I definitely want to go check that out. But yeah, this video was just to show you guys that I am now progressed to a cane. My physical therapist tried it out at my last physical therapy session with me, and we made some good progress, and he felt like I had made enough progress to do well with the cane. So I'm happy to announce the purple cane. I don't have a name for this one, and my rollator walker does have a name. It's called the Grape Ape. And yeah, I don't know why I called it the Grape Ape, but if you guys have a good name in mind for my cane, let me know. And yeah, that is it for today's video. If you guys have any questions or any comments or suggestions about topics you would like to hear me talk about on my channel in the future, leave them in the comments below. Also, please just note, if you do leave a question or a comment and it doesn't seem like I respond to you in written form, please wait, because I will most likely respond in video format and I am behind in uploading. So please just keep that in mind. I did not forget about you. I will respond. I'm just behind in uploading. So with that being said, that's all I have for today's video, and I will see you again in tomorrow's video.